FoolKiller, Part 1 of 10.
So many fools, so little time.
Mad, as in angry.
Live a poem, or die a fool. I said the words. I laughed the laugh. I walked the talk and talked the walk. She was already dead, rotting, decaying, putrid. I fired anyway. Instead of the purifying white light, the fire that burns away fools, the gun-shot mucus, a reeking, leaping river of disease, and in its currents swam bits of flesh, charred, dead flesh, human, pieces of my victims. So much sickness, so much death. I was wading in a sea of pain. My stomach was churning. So was the mucus. I had to get out. Naturally, the doors were locked. How can one escape the very content of one's own life? And that, of course, is what the dilapidated house represented. My former life. My old concepts of the world and myself crumbling down around me. The mucus, which had risen in a great wave, was my illness, the gummy emotional juice in which my insanity was suspended, along with my crimes and my guilt. Then the wave fell upon me, engulfing me in its clinging filth, oozing into my mouth, slithering up my nostrils with each desperate breath. I screamed. I clawed at the deadly veil and at my own skin. I wanted to peel them both from me. Then, everything changed. The house was gone, and the mucus had turned into bed sheets. I was here, in the institution, in a padded cell, just like the one you kept me in for a year after I arrived. And there was no sound, even though I was still screaming. I knew what this meant, too. And I wasn't just nauseated anymore, no longer merely appalled at what my life and my mind had become. No, I was afraid. The sheets were constricting about me, crushing my ribs, forcing the air from my lungs, toppling me from my bed onto the floor. Only it wasn't a floor anymore. It was quicksand, a psychic sinkhole, sucking me under, swallowing me alive before anyone on the outside would see the real Greg Salinger, the sane one. Then I woke up.
What do you think the dream was telling you, Greg?
I think it meant I want to get well.
Anything else?
That I need to be able to express myself somehow, to communicate all the new thoughts and new ideas I've been having about the things I did as the FoolKiller and why I did them.
And how would you like to go about that, Greg?
Words. I want to write again. Maybe keep a journal like I did back in college. Maybe write letters.
Interesting. To whom would you want to write?
Some friends, some newspapers. I've got a lot to say.
Remember what you did the last time we gave you a pencil, Greg?
Yeah, I do. But it won't happen again.
The Bronx, New York.
I tried to warn him. Damn it, Eleanor, I did. He wouldn't listen. He laughed at me, called me a worrywart. I didn't worry enough. I should have insisted.
You did what was possible. Willie could be a very stubborn man.
A stubborn, blind fool, you mean? It was his least endearing trait. No matter what, he had to be right. No one could persuade him of anything.
Can I persuade you not to go into work this afternoon? You're in no shape to process loan applications.
I've got no choice. Wyndham made it clear he expects me in.
On the day of your father's funeral? That's obscene.
Yeah. I'll grab the bus. I want you to take a taxi home. And don't tell me it's too expensive.
Fine, sweetie. I won't tell you. But it is too expensive.
Need a pick-me-up, lady? Leap on my bones, lady?
If we had a little money, you could quit the damn job and tell Wyndham to ratchet himself. The subway will have to do.
On the bus.
At my mother's house.
Died in labor.
Bloomy's on sale.
Like an open wound.
I did try.
Is it rent controlled? You gonna buy me a Park Avenue co-op? Well,
No.
your mother and I lived here 51 years. I can't get Park Avenue, I'm staying. Who in their right mind's gonna rob me? Everybody in the neighborhood knows I got nothing. A robber would lose money on me if he figured in his time.
The neighborhood is changing, Dad. The gangs are moving in. They don't stop to ask whether it's worth their while to mug you. Believe me, you're taking your life in your hands walking these streets.
But avoid the corned
Under
beef.
the weather.
Pine
My
Bluff?
cholesterol.
Don't
Not
point.
your business.
Were you laughing when they dragged you into the alley? I doubt it, Dad. How about when they boosted your wallet and found out you only had $6 on you? Yeah, maybe then. But not for long, eh, Dad? Not for long. Want to hear a good one, Dad? They enjoyed bashing in your skull so much they left you the $6. That's how much thinking was going on, Dad. You were worth more to them as entertainment. But what the heck? You got things your way. Got to laugh in my face. Until those last few seconds, you could believe you'd been right about everything. Every day of your life. And all that cost you was your brains on a grimy patch of pavement.
Gerhardt, I need to see you about the Walker application.
Just give me a moment, Mr. Wyndham.
Central Indiana State Mental Institution. 3 months later.
Every day for months, I've been writing New York Times, Daily Bugle, Washington Post, and nothing. They won't publish a single word.
Why do you suppose that is, Greg?
At first, I thought it was because you were stopping the letters at the gate, not letting them get mailed.
And do you still believe that?
No, Dr. Mears. It's because they think I'm crazy.
Why do you say that? Is it something in your letters?
On them. The return address.
What do you intend to do about that until you're well enough to be released? Any ideas?
Yeah? Write to TV talk shows instead.
Riverdale, New York.
Because Silver Eagle was declared insolvent. That's why. Management won't suffer. There's federal bailout money, but to keep their salaries inflated, they've got to trim the fat.
Are you sure that's the only reason they let you go? Kurt, you've been horribly depressed since your father died. I mean, that's to be expected, of course. But, and this isn't meant to be a criticism, but is it possible you let your mood affect your work?
Eleanor, let me ask you something. Do you really find it so difficult to believe in executive incompetence and probably corruption that you find it more comforting to blame their mistakes on your husband? Do you?
Kurt,
What? Say it!
I'm sorry. Truly I am.
I hope you mean that. If you don't, I've got nothing left. What did I do wrong, Eleanor? Why is my life suddenly falling to pieces?
Indiana.
Those are all the same memo, but each one's addressed to a different person. How do you do that?
It's called merge printing. You type special codes into the document file, and when you print out, the word processor reads in an address list that corresponds to the codes.
Wow. Is it hard? Could I learn to use that machine?
Well, you'd need Dr. Mears's permission, of course, but I'm sure I could teach you to program easily enough.
As a matter of fact, I think it would be an excellent idea for Greg to learn the computer. I'm pleased to see you show such curiosity. It indicates you're making real progress.
Really?
New York.
5 years with Silver Eagle. They must have liked your work.
I was in line for a promotion when,
I'm afraid we have no openings just now.
I see.
But I'd like to keep your resume and application on file, just in case.
Of course. Thank you.
Indiana, some weeks later.
Hit escape, P for print, P for printer. Go.
Communique number 1. Let us agree from the outset that most of humanity is not insane. Madmen cannot be held accountable for their actions. If lunatics had fashioned the world we inhabit, its culture, its customs, its laws, its politics, its economics, there would be no one to blame for its condition or ours. Then let us ask ourselves the following questions. What manner of human, if not a madman, vends poison to those around him, knowing full well that this practice breeds violence that will eventually result in his own destruction? What manner of human, if not a madman, buys and ingests such poison, knowing full well that it will destroy his body, his mind, and eventually take his life? What manner of human, if not a madman, knows that he requires oxygen to breathe, knows that said oxygen is created when the plants process carbon dioxide, and yet persists in the wanton destruction of the rainforests and oceans that permit him to exist? If these people are not madmen, what are they? Greedy? Yes. Short-sighted? Yes. Incapable of comprehending their self-interest? Yes. All of those things and something else. They are fools.
You read it.
Yes, Greg, I did.
You didn't like it, did you?
Why do you say that?
The look on your face.
Well, you're right. I'm concerned about the judgmental tone and the anger.
Does that mean you won't mail them?
No, I think you should find out how people respond to this approach. You may learn from it.
New York. August.
Nothing open at the moment, but...
I understand. Thank you.
October.
Nothing just now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thanks.
January.
I'm afraid we have no Mr. Gerhardt?
Indiana.
How's the work coming, Greg?
The work's fine. The work's not the problem.
What is?
The silence. There hasn't been a single reply. Not one. Why won't they listen?
New Jersey.
Do I have to open all the mail myself? Why wasn't I shown these before? This is number 66. Have we got the other 65?
I think they're still in the files somewhere, Mr. Moody.
Get 'em. This is great stuff. I want to read all of it. Now, fool.
Riverdale.
The eviction notice came today, Kurt. Our savings are gone, we've sold all the books and half the furniture. You've been out of work 7 months and impossible to talk to for 3 months longer than that. I can't take it anymore, Kurt.
When do you want me to move out?
As soon as possible. I've already called a lawyer.
Shouldn't have bothered. I'll settle for the computer and my clothes. You can have the rest.
What little is left?
Jersey. 1 week later.
That's right, an interview. We're in 145 markets. You'll be able to speak your mind virtually coast to coast.
Mr. Moody, I don't know what to say. I wasn't expecting... yes, of course I want to. It's just...
Oh, good. You do understand that. It's M-E-A-R-S. Dr. Mears.
New York City.
Are you kidding? You bet you're hired. When can you start?
Is Monday okay? I'm just moving into my new place.
Monday it is, 4 p.m. sharp for the dinner and snack chef.
Thank you, Bobby, very much.
Indiana, Monday.
It's Moody himself, Dr. Wiggins. What shall I tell him?
That I've given the matter careful consideration and regretfully must conclude.
God, for once in your life, give a direct answer. He means no.
Mr. Moody, I'm afraid our Chief of Staff feels it would be inappropriate and upsetting to other patients to allow a television crew. That's correct. It means no. I'm very What?
I said, tell him it might make a more interesting show anyway if we set up outside and put on some guests to discuss whether mental patients can be denied First Amendment rights by granola-sucking dictatorial therapists. Yeah, sure. I'll hang on.
Tell him I'll call him back.
New York, 4 p.m.
Linda Klein, this is Kurt Gerhardt. Kurt, this is Linda.
Pleased to meet you, Linda.
Likewise.
Suit up in the back, Kurt, and then I'll have Linda show you the basics. Portion control, the menu, cash registers, all that stuff.
11:30 p.m.
You look bushed, Kurt. Why don't you take a break?
Can you handle the counter alone?
Oh yeah, it'll be slow till midnight when the movie's let out.
If you say so. Thanks, Linda. She's right. I am tired. More than I realized. But it feels a lot better than the ache and frustration of pounding the pavement. I can't even get angry about my come down anymore. So what if my boss is half my age? Bobby and Linda are both good kids and hard workers. I'd hire either one of them if I still...
Yo, Kurt. Just wanted to let you know you did it terrific for your first day. Most of the trainees take forever just to learn the registers.
Thanks, Bobby. I knew the banking experience would come in handy for some...
Oh, hell! Stay in your seats and keep quiet, and nobody'll have to get hurt. Maybe.
Both hands on top of the counter, babe. That's right. Now open the register and give me the cash.
Bobby?
Do it. Don't resist.
$6. Kill for $6.
Speed it up, sweetie. I ain't got all night.
I'm trying, I swear. It won't open.
Die for $6?
Don't jerk me around, babe. You think I won't cut you? You're dead wrong.
I'm not. Try it yourself. You'll see.
$6.
Kurt, don't!
$6.
What?
I'll rip out your heart for $6. I'll tear your face off for $6. I'll break your...
You're for $6.
Man, am I sick of this guy.
$6. Zish. But...
Roosevelt Hospital, emergency room. 11:50 p.m.
Stab wounds, bullet wounds, burns, mutilations, punctures. Look at them, clutching themselves, moaning, weeping, sitting in puddles of their own blood. Look at me, one more piece of wounded meat among a herd.
What? I'm sorry, Kurt. I didn't hear.
What's happened to people? What's happened to civilization? That this kind of cruelty could become commonplace? What kind of vicious, subhuman brutes commit these atrocities? Why aren't they here? How come they never die?
Kurt's apartment, Wednesday.
We're all hostages. You know that? Hostages of random, senseless brutality.
Just sip the chicken soup, will you? Don't think about that.
Makes you wonder, though. What if the tables got turned? What if somebody made them the hostages?
Made who?
The parasites. The animals.
What if there were random executions instead of random crimes, Linda? How many of them do you think would have to die before they figured out they weren't wanted?
Kurt, that's sick. How can we call ourselves civilized if...
Old argument. Doesn't wash anymore. We're not civilized. Don't you see that? It's a lie. This is another age of barbarism.
Bobby wants you to take the rest of the week off, get your strength back. You'll do that, won't you?
Yeah. Will you stop by again in a day or two?
I'll try.
Friday night.
Everybody gets butterflies before a show. You're gonna be brilliant, Greg. Just say what you wrote in your letters. The people want to hear you, Greg. They're your friends. I'm your friend. There's no reason to be nervous.
You can still back out of this if you want, Greg. Do you?
No. Attaboy. Just remember, it's gonna be a conversation, not a performance. Just ignore the lights, ignore the cameras, and talk to me. Same with the people who call in. Phone call's a phone call. I can do that. I'm sure I can.
New York, 9 p.m.
Tonight, live from Indiana, is this the collapse of Western civilization? Are liberals and criminals destroying our way of life? Runyon Moody asks the FoolKiller.
To be continued.